Alright folks, hey, welcome back to the channel. I got a little work to do on the rig and you guys are going to see that. And that work is to check the water pump out. So I'm going to start at the filter. I'm going to work all the way to the pump. I actually already got the filter off. I cleaned that filter, I put it back on. There is some debris that was definitely coming out of that filter that I cleaned out. I don't know if that's the exact case. So what I need to do is fill the camper up with water, fill the tank up with some water, or at least not fill it up, at least put some in it, activate the pump, and see what's going on. I know it's not the usual video, but like I said, it's called Adventures with Joey Boats for a reason on the channel. It's not just trains, y'all, and it's not just going to be camping. It's going to be everything that we do. So, all right, folks, let's get to work. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, good afternoon. So I'm in the back of the rig, the back of the Free Solo here. And I got a couple jobs that I need to check into. I got two, well actually it's one. So the water pump was leaking water. I showed you guys that on the Tennessee video that something was going wrong. There was a water leak in here. I couldn't see any in the filter. Now the water pump's there, and Mrs. Boat said it looks like the water pump, and so did Bobby. He said it too. So first, I'm going to start small and work my way up. I'm going to start at the water pump, and I'm going to, not the water pump, but the water filter, and see what's going on with that and see if it's backed up. Now, if it's that's a simple fix. It's a cheaper replacement than the actual water pump, just to clean the filter out or get a new filter, one or the other. Now, if it's not the filter, it's the water pump, and the water pump's going bad. So about four or 5 years, I think, in these campers, these trailers, these RVs, or whatever they are. Like, this is pre-manufactured. Like, I didn't put this together. I didn't buy this of a really expensive overland company because I was on a budget. So I bought this thing, and so the general thing is the water pumps in these things go bad every 4 to 5 years. So I got a water pump to look at and maybe to replace. I'm not really sure. We'll figure that all out as it go along. We're going to see what we need here, and we're going to get started. All right, everybody, stay tuned for this one. Well, folks, the gambit of tests that I ran, it looks like it's definitely a water pump. So this blue cylinder looking thing that says the SA or SR or whatever, that's the water pump. So what I need to do is get this out of the way. Actually, I don't really need to do this right now, but I wanted to do some exploratory surgery, and I did it and found out what's going on. So at least I cleaned the water pump, or the water filter. I keep saying pump, but that is the problem. So, well, we know what the problem actually is. I got a lot of cobwebs back here, and I want to clean them up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that while I'm at it. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, I brought out several different tools because it's really not that complicated of a job. See that right there, right in front of the screen? That is the filter, and that is the pump. As you can see, the pump's got, looks like screwdrivers or maybe even star bits. I don't need a drill. It's like so silly that you need a drill for something like this. But first thing I want to do is I want to check that pump. So I'm going to loosen that clamp. That just unscrews out of there, and I think it unscrews off of the pump as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done, get that started, and we'll go from there. So I got out several different tools. I got a couple flatheads and a couple Phillips and some needle nose pliers. All right, let's do it. All right, y'all, so my suspicions are confirmed. It is the water pump that definitely needs to be replaced. So I went ahead and shut off the circuit breakers and unattached the battery from the power. So there is no electricity running through the unit right now. When you're working with any sorts of electricity in your unit, your car, your camper, your Overlander, whatever, disconnect the power. disconnect the power. Don't be stupid and like just, I'm not an electrician. I know some electricians and they will tell you sometime in their career they have been shocked, whether it's minimal or like they've received a good old doses of electricity. They have been shocked. 1960 Gambit will testify to that. If anybody knows 1960 Gambit, Scott is an electrician. He's a retired electrician. He knows all about it, and he has received some voltage in his career. So if you ever want to ask him about it, just ask him. He's told me. So, all right. I guess I'm going to go ahead and start work and get the water pump detached. And that's kind of all the work I'm going to do for today because I don't have the pump actually. I have to order it. I don't have the pump on me. I have to actually order the pump. So let's go ahead and get that detached and see what we can do. All right, folks, let's do it. Oh shit. All right, y'all, so look, there's the filter. It's got some gunk in it. So I'm gonna take that inside, I'm gonna clean that out. Yeah, that's definitely got some gunk in there. And then the only way to really test this out is to fill it with water. Well, put some water in the pump or put some water in the tank and see what happens here. So I'm going to take this inside, I'm going to clean it out, and I'll be right back. Alright gang, I got the water pump cleaned out, or the filter cleaned out. I don't know if you guys can see that. That is a lot cleaner than it used to be. It was quite dirty. I took it in there, ran it through hot water, a little bit of dish soap, got some gunk out, used my fingers. So there's that. I don't know if that was what was causing the issue. That's one step that we've solved. We've solved that step with the water pump. So we got that fixed, or we got that cleaned. Got a little bit of a mess to clean up back here. Alright, here's the other issue. So the other issue is where the pump comes out. Or where the pump. I keep saying the pump, but the filter comes out, and I'll show you guys that in a second. I need to get a flashlight so I can look in there. So yeah, let me go get that and we'll get back at it. Alright, y'all, halfway there. Alrighty, folks. Came out with an assortment of channel locks, but I have to be very careful with how I do it. Some really cheap plastic down there, so I've got to be gentle, got to be careful. Yeah, that's Doug if you ain't heard him. All right, folks. Got the water pump out. Now, I just need to finish the disconnection from the wires and, well, should be good to go. All right, y'all. Got the water pump disconnected, and I'm going to have to wait for the part to come in, obviously. Easy peasy rice and cheesy. And I just knocked down a piece into the sink. Good thing I had those plates there. So, obviously, I'm going to pan the camera up so you guys don't have to look at the thing anymore and you can look at me. Sorry for the noise. Alright. So, here's the deal. Doug knocked the camera over, so I had to do some readjusting. So here's the deal. Obviously, I got all that done. I just need to wait on the pump to get here. The filter's clean, so there's that. All the wires disconnected, the electricity's disconnected in the unit. But I'm gonna go ahead and get that part ordered. And when it gets here, we'll do the replacement and all that wonderful jazz. No, it's kind of a quick video today, but I wanted you guys to come work with me and get out of the house a little bit. So I really do appreciate it, my friends. So we got that done. I'm just going to leave my tools out here because I'm obviously going to come back out here in the near future to do this. So, all right, let's pan this back down. I really wish they'd make these things a little bit easier for dummies like me. Get out of here, mosquito. So, cool. Yeah, that's all I got. There's the old water pump, boys and girls. I'm going to leave this open down here so what moisture I did lose out of the filter and the pump can dry out. I'll leave this open for the rest of the day and kind of let the heat of the day work to its magic. Yeah. Well, I gotta get this ready for the next trip, so hopefully it's gonna be soon. Alright, everybody. See ya! Alright, well, everyone, I know I said see ya. But I did some more exploratory surgery. I took the old water pump apart. Didn't see any cracking in it whatsoever. No failures. No catastrophic failures. No nothing. No broken seals. Nothing. Nothing of that nature. Just a water pump that looks like it was going out. And so I'm glad I did what I did. Then, like I said, all we need to do is order that part. Part comes in. We get her fixed, and we should be good to go for the next trip. Now, I'm trying to get out before I go down to Eastern Kentucky for 3 weeks. Trying to get a couple more campings, get some trains. But as I'm down in Eastern Kentucky, we'll be getting the trains. But anyways, it's almost 3:30, y'all. That's all I have to do for today. And it's got to be a short video, so hey, what do you say we go inside and see what's going on with the old Cubby Bears and hey, watch some football. Marshall doesn't play till like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock tonight. I think it's 8 o'clock actually. So hey, all right, everybody, that's all I got. Thanks for joining me today. Appreciate it. We'll see you later. Hey, well, y'all, that's it. The culprit is the water pump. And I checked. I didn't see any cracks. Didn't see any catastrophic failures. Didn't, anything that would indicate a leak. Looks like it was just going bad going out. It could have froze. There could have been small little pockets of water that froze and expanded the plastic so much that it's unseated something or whatever. Unsealed something, doesn't matter. It's leaking. It just looks like I'm going to order a new water pump. And it's been 4 years since that thing's been manufactured. And with heavy uses they get every 4 years, it seems like that they seem to go bad. So hey, that's all I really got for this one. I'm gonna go ahead and close this one out. You also like, comment, subscribe, and share if you haven't done so already. Hit that little alert button for me to get all the notifications for when I post. And if you have more time, please go ahead and watch another video, because every video you watch really helps my channel. And at that point, join the adventure crew, my friends, and come out with me on one of those many adventures that I have. All right, folks, until we meet again, have a good day.